Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Krishna Gopal. I completed my master from ISI. In this video, we're going to talk about the interview question. So let's start the video by taking the first question. The first question is, in which case the recall is much more important than precision? This is the question. This is the question which already I covered their definition in the last video, the classification interview question. If you not watched that video, please go and watch that video. So let's come to the question, in which case the recall is much more important than precision. So let first we write the what is a recall and what is a precision. So if you remember, in the last video we built the confusion matrix, and I told you how we can write the precision and recall. So here we just write the recall is what? TP by TP plus Fn. So TP by TP plus FP. So when the recall is much more important than precision, as you know, the numerator and the numerator in the both the numerator is same. Now what is a difference? Difference is recall is talk about the false negative, where the precision is talk about the false positive. So definitely when we are talking about when we are too much careful about the false negative, the recall is much more important than precision. But in which case we are much more important for the false negative? False negative, as you know, is also known as the type 2 error. So suppose you are building one system which can predict the patient is suffering from the coronavirus or not. Suppose you predict the patient is a negative, but actually the patient is a positive. That is, here in this case we need to reduce the false negative as much as possible. Recall is much more important than precision. But before going to the interview, you should have one more question in your pocket, like when the precision is much more important than recall. So build some example where the false positive play the critical role in place of the false negative. So this is the one of the important question. But follow up the question is that when you will choose the F1 score, or when you will choose the precision and recall. When you want a balance between the false negative and false positive, definitely you will go for the F1 score. Why? Because F1 score is the harmonic between the precision and recall. Whereas when you are more considering about the false negative, you go for the recall. When you are more considering about the false positive, you go for the precision. So this is the answer of this question. I hope you understand this question. Now move to the second question. The second question is much more important. So the second question is that why do we need to calculate the log loss? As you know, the log loss is also an evaluation matrix which is used to evaluate the model performance. The most important thing in the log loss is that log loss use the probability, whereas in other metrics like accuracy, precision, recall, F1 score is not at all talk about the probability. And in the real world we are more interested towards the probability. So by using the log loss, we use the log loss because it can determine how far from predicted probability from the class level. So also it can determine the uncertainty in your model. How? Let me write the formula for the log loss first, then we explain it. So the log loss is what? 1 minus 1 upon n summation log of pi yi plus 1 minus yi log of 1 minus pi. This is our log loss. So log loss is same as the binary entropy, if you remember. So log loss is talk about the uncertainty in the model. The range of a log loss is 0 to infinity. So low the log loss score, better is the model performance. Also, with the help of the log loss, you can compare the two models with their probability score. Also, with that, additional thing is that it penalizes the false classification from the model. So this is the one of the most important point while we are considering about the log loss in place of other metrics. So that's the reason to calculate the log loss. Now move to the third question. The third question is that the interviewer want to check, you always consider about the model accuracy, or do you think the speed is also much more important? So he can give you the question like this: which one you will choose between the model performance or the model accuracy? So the answer of this question is actually depend on the business context of the problem. Suppose you are solving some medical related problem, there the accuracy is much more important compared to the speed of the model. It's okay, your model is taking some minutes or 1.5 minutes to give you the result, but the result what it will give is much more accurate. It should be a accurate result. So there the model accuracy plays a crucial role. Whereas I give you the opposite example, you go to the internet, you search something in the Google, you not want to be wait more than the 10 seconds. If the human character is that if they not get the result within 10 seconds, they change their mind. So you not want to be wait there, you hate to be wait there. So what you do, what is important there is important the model performance is more important. Their model accuracy is not important. Yes, accuracy should be high, but it's okay sometimes if it not if it give the dismatch, if it dismatch the result, that's okay in that case. Now the third case is the most important, which come in my mind now. The if you build something about the coronavirus, where like you have to build some model which predict the patient is suffering from the coronavirus or not, in that case both the model performance and the model accuracy should be high. Both are play the crucial role, because you want result as much soon as much as possible, same as you want more accurate result in the case of the coronavirus. So this answer of this question is actually based on the your business context of the problem. And while calculating the accuracy, you should be calculate the cost of making mistakes is how much in that problem. So this is the answer of the third question. Now move to the last question of this video, that is also one important difference between in the which is generally asked in the data science interview. That is, what is a difference between the grid search and the random search. Before telling about the grid search and random search, I would like to tell these both are the techniques comes under the hyperparameter tuning. And hyperparameter tuning is one of the technique in the machine learning model which can tune your model for the to find the best hyperparameter to achieve the good accuracy or to boost your model accuracy. So what the grid search do? Grid search have the parameters, and the parameters values are in the list. It actually work like a matrix, where the suppose you are doing the k fold cross validation and you choose k equal to 3, you choose the 3 fold. So in every fold it will go for every value in that list and break the train and the cross validation and calculate the accuracy, and then calculate the average accuracy to tell this is the highest accuracy. But what the drawback with grid search is that as the number of parameters increase, as the number of hyperparameters increase in your model, because there is some model like XGBoost which have a lot of parameters. So as the number of hyperparameters increase, the evolution time to calculate the accuracy will increase. So to get out of this problem, we come up with the random search, which actually not traverse throughout the element of the list. It actually take the random uniform number between the sum range. So that is a basic difference. In the grid search we traverse for the every combination. In the random search we just randomly uniformly select some values for the hyperparameters and then build and then calculate the accuracy. And in most of the cases the random search will work perfectly well compared to the grid search. So this is just a basic difference between the grid search and the random search. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, then please like and share and subscribe the channel, and wait for the more videos. I hope I will meet you soon in the next video. Thank you, and have a good day to watch this video.